Hey y'all, welcome to Makin Groceries. We are a farm-to-table plant-based restaurant located right in the heart of downtown Biloxi. We're located at 871B Howard Avenue, right across from Nativity the Cathedral. We serve breakfast and lunch, and we also do family meals that are grab and go for you to heat up yourself at home. So today we are going to make a peach tart. We'll go ahead and get started. I've went ahead and pre-measured all of my ingredients out, so we're going to obviously do the crust first. Here I have a 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. This can also be substituted for almond flour or gluten-free all-purpose flour, and that's all in the recipe, so you can see that. I'm just going to dump all that in there. It's a 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour and 2 to 3 tablespoons of sugar. And then we have our 2 tablespoons of plant milk with a teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to add that also. And then we have our stick of melted butter. And we're just going to add all that in. A little dash of salt for some good measure. And you're just going to work it with your hands until you form a ball. Our dough is still a little sticky, so we're just going to add a little bit more flour until it isn't sticky. Continue to work it. Then you're going to get a nice ball of dough. Looks like that, kind of firm. You're going to take that to your tart pan, and you're going to prepare it with a piece of parchment paper in the bottom. And then you're also going to use some cooking spray or olive oil or whatever you choose to keep it from sticking. You're going to take the dough and press it into the tart pan, making sure you get it all even. And spreading it to the sides enough so it'll go up the sides of your tart pan and make that beautiful fluted edge. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm just kind of rotating the pan as I press. And it doesn't need to be perfect, y'all. I tend to get a little OCD with these tart crusts, but it's not necessary. And you're just going to take it and make it as even as you can. All right, so what you got here is a beautifully formed little tart crust. So what we have here are farm fresh peaches from Jemison, Alabama. We've cut them in about a 1/2 inch little slice, and we're just going to arrange those in our tart pan. And you can make it as pretty or wabi-sabi or intricate or whatever as you want. Wabi-sabi is a fun word to use when you're making food that isn't as pretty as you would like it to be. And this is also a good thing to make if you have a bunch of fruit that might be on its last leg, kind of turning a little bit. You can make this tart with any fruit. Any fruit will make it beautiful and delicious. I would just keep in mind that for your topping, which we're going to go over in just a second, has more flour in it if you have a looser fruit, a juicier fruit, because you want that flour to kind of create a like a sauce with the juices from the fruit. All right, and we didn't do ours super pretty, but it's definitely full of peaches. So we've got all of our peaches arranged. Not beautifully, but enough, beautifully enough. And we're going to work on our crust, or our filling, rather. Move this guy out of our way, And then what we have here is our 3/4 cup of sugar. And then we have roughly 2 to 3 tablespoons of flour in there. Again, you can sub that out for your gluten-free all-purpose or your almond flour. We're just gonna add that in. We're gonna do our little pinch of salt again. Salt just helps bring the flavor out in things. And then again, we're just gonna work this with our hands until we're forming little beads or pebble-sized things. So now we've got our filling completed, and basically it just kind of looks like sand. I don't know if you guys can quite see that. We're just gonna sprinkle this around. And really you just kind of want it even. All right, so here we have it, and we're going in the oven. So while that's back there cooking, I just kind of wanted to explain what we do here. So we are open for breakfast from 7 a.m. till 11 a.m., Monday through Friday, and then we start serving lunch at 11. Two of our, I guess, bestseller breakfast items would be the breakfast bowl. So that's going to be Mississippi Delta Blues Jasmine Rice Grits. You can get that vegan or vegetarian. The vegetarian option comes with yard eggs, or the vegan option comes with tofu scramble. If you've never had it, it's super delicious. It's very good for you, and it's also a great low cholesterol alternative to egg. Our breakfast burrito is inspired by my father, my late father. He used to make those when I was a kid and distribute them to family and friends. And it's like the sweetest thing on the menu to me, means the most, and it was really important for that to be on the menu to serve to the community here. As far as lunch goes, I think our top 3 items would be the red bean and rice arancinis. So what that is red beans and rice that we take and form into a ball, and then we bread in our handmade oat flour and bake until it's crispy, and then that's served on a plate with a small side salad with pickled red onions and remoulade. We also do the smoked carrot tacos. I know it sounds crazy, but they're super delicious. We take heirloom carrots and roast them in all of those familiar Mexican seasonings, liquid smoke, liquid aminos, paprika, chili powder, cumin, onion, garlic, all those beautiful things. And then we serve it on a corn tortilla with a cilantro lime slaw. And our slaw is like a party. It's red cabbage, colorful peppers, carrots, quinoa, cilantro, all kind of really good farm fresh veggies in there. Most of our vegetables come from Two Dog Farms in Flora, Mississippi. It's where we get most of our produce. We use a local produce supplier out of New Orleans called JV Foods, and they do a phenomenal job of sourcing local, sustainable food products to us, as well as Vestige in Ocean Springs, White Pillars in Biloxi, and a few other local restaurants that might sound familiar to you. We're super lucky to have so many talented farmers and growers on the coast, and it makes our economy stronger and our practices more sustainable when we source our ingredients closer to home. So it's something that we're extremely passionate about here. Another thing that we're extremely passionate about is being a plastic-free restaurant. We partner with Plastic Free Gulf Coast to only do compostable packaging. You'll never get styrofoam in our restaurant ever, nor will you receive plastic. If you receive something that looks like plastic, it's probably plant plastic that will melt in your car. So those are just a few things that we do. Another thing that I wanted to mention are our family meals. All of our family meals are vegan and gluten-free. There are soy-free, refined sugar-free options as well. Basically, we can accommodate any dietary restriction or preference. It's something that we're very passionate about. We started our business because we think that Mississippians should have access to healthy, sustainable food, and that it should be affordable. So with that, we also believe that people with dietary restrictions should be able to go out to eat and not just have a salad. So that's our passion. We're not trying to turn anyone vegan. That's not what we're doing. We're not even a vegan restaurant. We're plant-based, which means that our focus is on plants rather than animals, and it's just more sustainable and better for you to omit meat for maybe one meal a month. And here's our finished product. I highly recommend that you probably top this with some vanilla ice cream. Vegan or vegetarian or full fat or low fat or whatever you would like. You're gonna need it. Y'all enjoy.